finally up for Cyber Lunch.
Welcome back, my fellow Cyberbots, to episode 93 of Cyber Lunch. Today is April 4th, 2020, and I have the lunch crew with me.
Wah, wah, wah.
Jake.
What up, yo?
Justin.
Hello. How's everybody?
How you doing? Once again, we are remote.
Crabby in the house.
Yep. Try not to leave, my God. How you guys faring?
Oh,
Okay.
Just, you know,
It's all
trying to
still
figure out this software and stuff that we're using here.
Yeah, this is all just like a huge learning curve. That's for
Trying
sure.
to figure out how you do that thing where it goes back and forth with the talking. Because I'm having to do it
I think it has
manually.
to. I think you have to manually click it.
Mine does it
Okay.
automatically on my end.
It was doing it automatically for me last week.
Weird. Technology, huh?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
We're up to a running start this week. As you can tell, this week has been a crazy one as far as video game news. Nothing has been boring as of lately, as you could say. Last of Us 2 has been canceled indefinitely until further notice. On the brighter side, Nintendo rumors float around suggesting that there will be a Mario All-Stars 2 in the works, 3D. So I'm pretty excited about that. Sporting my Mario hat tonight. It's probably backwards because of the camera. Who knows?
No, it looks good.
Okay, good. And I don't know if you guys watch this, but we just got to talk about the Tiger King and that goddamn Carol Baskins.
Carol fucking Baskins.
You guys can handle that one.
You haven't watched it. Why not?
I'm just not interested.
Oh my God.
We'll get to it later.
We'll get into it.
I've seen snippets of it and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, there's a bunch of buffoons on TV. So what?
Now,
We'll go back to Daryl in the
I don't
video.
mean to make light of what's happening, but what a coincidental release as Resident Evil 3 finally arrives. And apparently to mixed reviews, which is kind of surprising.
Did you get it?
Oh, of course.
Did you play it?
Yes, and we will dive into that later. Stay tuned for that. And Back of the Box, This Week in 20 Questions, and much, much more. With that being said, I'm Daryl.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jake.
Welcome to Cyber Lunch, a podcast that deals with nostalgia reflected and integrated into our everyday lives growing up in the digital revolution, plus a plethora of tangents and passionate discussions with special guests and our favorite music, movies, video games, and television shows of the past and today. How's it going? Cool. We already went through all that.
I'm producing over here. This is interesting.
Yeah, okay, so Justin has to run video, and I'm running audio because my computer literally, you can tell by last week's video that I decided to use for whatever reason. Yeah, it was just really bad. I don't think my computer can handle it, so I think this week will be a lot better. I don't even have you guys open because I'm glancing at show notes here. How do we look?
I love that.
Good.
I love that the thumbnail for our video last week was just Justin going, like, confused. It was great.
Sorry, it completely was not intentional. I promise you that. It was not.
You're out there now, Justin.
It's been a long week. I mean, I've been back to work and reluctantly, and I'm just trying to stay as safe as I can, and that's all I can really do, you know?
Yeah, me too. I went back yesterday.
All of us, I'm a construction worker. You guys work in a warehouse, so we're essential.
Apparently my fiance is not, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, it happens. It does suck, but like I told her, there's 10 million other people just like you in that same position. We happen to be a little bit more fortunate, so it's
Absolutely.
not really.
That's a great outlook. That's the way it's got to be right now. So, but that's why we're here. We're here to have fun. It's a Saturday night. Kind of get our mind off of like the horrible dystopia that Target is and Walmart is right now. I mean, it was already bad, but
It's
Saturday.
so
Oh, it is
quiet out,
Saturday.
man. It's so weird. Like the roads and like every place. Like I had to go out and get groceries and stuff today, and baby stuff, and it's just so quiet.
Dude,
I
that
gotta give
freaking
people props. They're actually staying in now.
well, most of them are anyway. It only takes one jackass to double it off, though. But there was at the Costco gas station on Saturdays is usually just freaking stupid, and there was literally it was only like 2 deep, not even 2 deep. I mean, it was like just the pumps were being used. There was no line, no nothing. It was so weird.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it's really, really, really weird, man. Everybody looks at each other weird now too. I noticed that.
A lot of people are walking. It's so nice, but everybody like goes to the other side of the street when they see somebody. They're just
You
like,
kind of look at them. Everybody looks at you, just kind of like, you got the HIPAA. What do you got? What you got over there?
everybody's bringing back the dab again, and just like,
You better. Freaking
Dude,
for a
I'm not-
person that doesn't do
I'm
that.
not mad.
Yeah,
But
right.
for the most
Oh,
part,
he's gonna get on. There we go. Now we got a big
dude,
screen
no,
for the listeners.
no, please.
Matt, we should call Matt. Matt's new nickname should be Wet Market. That's what his name should be.
Oh, poor Matt. Poor
My
Matt.
next purchase for this show, I'm gonna get something that we can import some phone calls into my soundboard over here, or Daryl's, whoever wants to run it.
I
We
could
can get
probably
them.
run it.
With this, can't this
sure.
program get more than 3 people on it? We could just have somebody else come online with us.
We could
Yeah,
call them too.
I was
We could
kind
do
of
that.
considering that, but it's just been a little bit of a busy week, so sorry.
Well, no, I mean
Maybe a couple
this is just starting. We're this doesn't guarantee this is going to
In
work
a
this
whole
week
new
either.
world, I'd sing it, but we probably get a copyright and be like,
Oh,
"You
for
can't
sure.
monetize this video." It's like, okay, all right,
Are they still doing that during the Rona?
probably.
Probably. You can do that remotely, right?
I would imagine so.
This is weird. I think it's actually working. It's like almost like we're in the future.
Yeah, well,
This video is fun.
we haven't dubbed them together yet, though.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
That's
see how
that's
that.
what I'm worried about.
Oh,
All right,
by the
I
way,
gotta-
Justin, here's
go
your
ahead.
marker. Ready? Here's your marker. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've got an icebreaker.
Wait.
It's kind of like a new thing I want to start just for fun. All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready.
One night you wake up because you hear a noise. You turn on the light to find that you are surrounded by mummies. The mummies aren't really doing anything. They're just standing around your bed. What do you do?
I would be super relieved because I was almost out of toilet paper. I would hope there's a bunch of them. I hope there's a bunch of them.
I was gonna say, did you come from Costco?
Actually,
Oh,
Mom stand around my bed.
I don't
I
know.
actually got a big old case of toilet paper yesterday.
And I bet
Plug
you
my
got
nose.
some
It's
side-eye
gonna
looks for
smell like
that.
shit in there, man.
I ran it out to my car, though, man. I felt like I was going to get jumped or something.
Oh yeah.
Some dude's like, hey, come back.
Hey, let me see that toilet paper you got there. Like, no, leave me alone. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. What would you do, Justin?
Probably freak out, man. To be honest.
Really?
What do you got with that scarf? You got is that a Green
Oh,
Bay
dude, this is
Packers?
my-
That's
yeah,
a
this is my
stupid
social
face mask.
distancing mask.
Okay,
I forgot
so
to take it.
right now I'm drinking a strawberry daiquiri. So I had to go to the liquor store and I walked in there like that with a bag. And the lady got pissed at me. Yeah, pretty much like, pichee, pichee. I get it, but she's like, oh, I see you're staying safe out there. I'm just like,
Okay,
Staying safe
smart
with the
ass.
money in the register. Did you tell her that?
Yeah.
no, I didn't because I wanted to
Yeah,
do the
how about-
show
how about-
tonight.
How about you stay safe and hand me all your money, bitch? What was that?
That's not very nice.
Well, come on, that's not very nice what she said to you either. There's no time for smart assiness in this world right now.
Yeah, she's a clerk. She's just mad. Everybody's just mad.
It is, it's weird, man. It only took the world like 2.5 weeks to get grumpy.
Grumpy. That's a mild way of putting it.
Well,
That's the
just
way it
people
is,
are
bro.
just on edge, man. They're just fucking, they're ready to jump, snap.
Well,
Take
I'm
it
glad we're
from
here.
personal experience over here.
I'm glad we're here. Let's see.
You okay?
Daryl, what would you do?
I would run.
Really? You wouldn't play music? I figured you'd start a band or some shit with them.
You'd
I
start
don't know.
raving
I
with
mean,
them.
if they weren't doing anything, it would be one of those situations where it's like in Silent Hill, where you're just kind of like crawling slowly, just trying to get out of the room.
I'd call it gaggle of mummies.
Gaggle. Ugh, it's not good.
Isn't that what you call a group of geese?
I think so. Gaggle is, yeah.
That's Justin's favorite bird.
No.
You should get a tattoo of a goose.
I should.
I'll never forget when we were just
Like,
driving around.
Every time
Justin
you see
and
it,
I'll never forget that time me and Justin were just driving around before I even knew he hated geese. And we're driving. He's driving. I'm in the passenger seat. And I'm looking out the window. And all of a sudden he goes around this corner. And he slows down and rolls his window down. He's like, "Hey, fuck you!" And I'm like, I look over. I'm like, "What the hell is going on here?" And he was yelling at a goose. And that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Because he just rolled his window back up and then kept driving. It's hilarious.
I see the kitties in the back.
I see the kitties in the back.
That's what's
Hi,
up.
Floyd.
Taking a nap. Let's get a
Hey,
mom
Justin.
for free.
Do you want to admit to what you did to Daryl, by the way?
No.
Daryl, I went out and did something not essential today against the law.
What did you do?
I went out and picked up a frame at Michael's for Commander Whiskers so I could try and put it up right there.
That's exactly my first thing. I didn't even say, I didn't yell at him, I didn't do nothing, I just sighed.
I wore
Did
my
you walk in
mask.
You're,
No,
I
you
had it
didn't.
already paid
No, you
for.
didn't. No, you
Yes, I
didn't.
did.
You just took those out of the
I hope you
package
bought
earlier.
48 color
Oh, I have
beads.
3 of them,
Just
dude.
like, I need
No.
this. I need this.
I paid for it online. I went to the door. They handed it to me, and I walked out.
Well, did you go inside still?
Yeah.
Bad move, dude.
It's all right.
Bad move. Bad move. That Dr. Stephen Fauci or whatever that guy's name is said that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Yep.
we're not gonna shame Justin on the show.
I am. It goes to the
Man.
freaking store in the middle of this to get a freaking frame for your cat poster. Come on, man.
Hey,
Well,
I'm thinking about the show.
he was
Yeah.
thinking about the show, and he put.
Well, in that case.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Is it-
I see how this turned around. Thank you, Justin. No, I was shaming him, and now we're thanking him. Thank you.
Well, I had to go out today too, and I just got home and I was gonna get in the shower, and then I get a phone call from my mom. She's just like, "Go out your back door," and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, go out your back door." And she left me a bag of food, and her and my dad were there, and we like waved at each other. It was super weird.
Oh, sweet.
That's what I mean. Though it's weird. I haven't seen my mom in like almost 3 weeks now. Like none of us. They finally started doing like a conference call thing with my sisters and stuff, and my fiance and stuff like that. But I have that. We've all been apart. It's really weird, man.
It's just
weird.
the way it is, and that's why we're here tonight, baby.
Some things will never change.
So we broke the ice with some mummies. What's next? What you want to talk about, Daryl?
Well, I reckon I gotta ask you guys a question. And I probably asked this on the show before, but what is your favorite 3D Mario game? 3D.
Mario 64. Hands down.
That's the easy one.
It's the only one. In my generation, that was like, I mean, that came out right in the peak of when I was really buying my own systems and games and stuff like that. That's just the best game. I liked Sunshine and I liked Galaxy too, but I loved Mario 64.
Yeah, I don't think I played enough to really make a statement on that one.
It's really tough for me because I hold a special place in my heart for Super Mario 64, but at the same time, I really love Odyssey. It has 999 moons. That's the most out of, I think, any 3D Mario game. It's not exactly innovative, but it does all the old things right, where you want to keep playing and go back. So, personally, I guess I'd have to say Odyssey, but there's a rumor that leaked. I don't know if it was Kotaku or Polygon. I saw one of the articles, but it looks like we're going to get Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy on a remaster on Nintendo Switch, which I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's going to be All-Stars 2 and it'll be $60. I think that's That's just fine. I was looking for a used version of the Nintendo GameCube Super Mario Sunshine, and it was still like $50-$60.
Wow.
And people talk shit about that game, and still, I don't know if it's a niche thing or... I won't buy a loose disc because I know how that loose discs are treated. If it's loose, I don't know, I'm sketched out. I want the case and the manual. That way I know that the owner... Like, I'd rather pay that extra money because, of course, there was other ones that was like $23 or whatever, and I'm like, I don't want to have issues with it. But I think that's a value, especially to have that on my Nintendo Switch. I know you guys aren't Switch owners, so I'm kind of like
I want to
the guy
be.
in the room.
I'm a co-owner, kind of. I got if 64 comes or Mario 64 comes to it, I'm gonna buy it for my mom. Be like, this is what you should play for Mario game.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
The weird question that I'm hearing throughout the community is whether or not it's going to be the DS version. Because there was a DS version that added 30 more stars, and I think Wario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi to the game. So I'm
Mario 64?
Yeah, so I'm curious whether or not that's going to be like a separate thing, or they're just going to skip it. I'm super excited. I was wondering when Nintendo was going to show their hand finally, you know? Yeah. So
I don't know. I'm sure they're going to figure out some way to make money, especially if everybody locked down, can't go to stores. There's going to be a lot of digital content coming out, I'd imagine.
Well, I hear that Breath of the Wild 2 is rumored for the end of the year, but
that
I
ain't
don't know,
gonna
man. I don't know.
They're not that fast. They ain't going to come out. Well, of course, how long?
The end of this year?
Yeah. There's rumors. Yeah. It's all rumors. It's all speculative at the end of the day.
When did Breath of the Wild come out? How old is it?
3 years ago. I want to say.
Really?
Yeah, already. I think it was like right around the same time as Horizon Zero Dawn, because I remember Jake just bought it, and he called me and he was like, "Hey, I'm playing Horizon. When you're done, do you want to split it or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, I might do that," and we never did it, so I'm sorry. But I remember that night I got off work early, and I remember just like, I'm just gonna go buy a Switch. I'm just gonna charge it.
Yep, I remember you calling me too. Was it the first one broken too?
Your first Joy-Cons.
No, the Joy-Cons, they gave me a different color than what I asked for when I was in line. So at Best Buy ended up giving me a pair of $80 Joy-Cons for free.
What was the system? What was the system that was bricked when you got it?
Oh, that was the Wii U.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so Nintendo is lucky that I even gave them a chance, but I guess I'm a sucker. You know, can't help it. So
some people can say you're a sucker. Some people will call you elsewise. So it doesn't matter.
Some people call you Maurice.
Oh, I had to think about what I was like. I know that song. Wait. Okay. No.
That song? I didn't sing it.
Yeah, you did. We're gonna get sued. I like how I'm using a protein.
You're using a healthy cup
for my strawberry daiquiri. Cheers.
Cheers.
There.
Cheers.
Cheers. Gerald, did you buy Resident Evil?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you played it?
I decided last night that I was going to hang out with some friends and family playing other games. So I didn't get to play it last night, which is Friday, the day it released. But I got to play it today. And I love it.
Really?
I do. I hear it's short, I hear it's 6 hours, and I hear it's easier than Resident Evil 2.
Okay, well, Resident Evil 2 took me like 20-something hours the first time I played through it.
So this seems like... you have to remember where Resident Evil 3 came from. Resident Evil 3 was kind of like an offshoot, low-budget side project for Capcom at the time. I forgot the crazy name of it. It was like 1.9 plus 2.1 something or another, because the original director, I can't remember his name, and I don't want to try to butcher it, but I know that he was trying to make Resident Evil 3 for PlayStation 2. Something got mixed up. He worked on another Capcom game, and it was Resident Evil 3 ended up to be Capcom's most profitable game around that time, which was kind of crazy because it was a bunch of interns and kind of like no-name people. So It was definitely a black sheep out of everything. They wanted to leave the numbered series for Capcom themselves, and then all the other offshoots like Code Veronica and Zero. That was meant to be for like Sega. You know what I mean? Like Sega third-party titles.
Do you think they'll redo Resident Evil 4 or Veronica next?
I hope they do 1 next. I want them to go all the way back one more time because I feel
they won't do that.
I feel like they will.
Why would you want them to do that? They already did it.
Because the remake of I guess that's the first remake, right?
But it was not like ground up though. It was it was ground up, but they used like the same kind of camera and everything like that. But I'm glad they did though.
I think the obvious choice would be Code Veronica. I think there's
a huge
audience.
I hope so. I played 4 so much that it would be nice to see 4 fully up-resed. But
it is an obvious choice, but I also feel like it's a fair argument to have what Resident Evil 2 Remake and 3 Remake look like in Resident Evil 1 setting. It can be absolutely terrifying. More so than these last 2 games. And may I just say, for all those people out there saying that the Nemesis is not as scary as Mr. X or whatever his name is, I do not agree. Nemesis is faster, more deadly, volatile than Mr. X ever was. Mr. X was like the Munster, Herman Munster, just walking around at you. Like, Nemesis will, shoot shit at you, hit you in the face. He's no joke.
He jumps up in front of you too, leap over the top of you.
I'm way more afraid of Nemesis than I've ever been of any other, thing. And I'm just saying, I really like the creature designs in Resident Evil 3 so far. They are absolutely terrifying. And there's actually, from what I consider, let me just preface in saying, at the time Resident Evil 3 came out, I think I was 10 years old. My parents were pretty strict. I wasn't allowed to play the game. I never played it. So this is my first experience with it, and I'm happy to say that I'm absolutely loving it, and I can't wait to go back and do a second playthrough. I know I will. If it's that short, I'll play through it twice, but I am already playing on hardcore.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard you're supposed to play it harder.
So I am probably 2-3 hours into it. I just arrived to my first quote-unquote battle with Nemesis. All I can say for those that are fans of the series, buckle up for the first 20 minutes because you're in for one hell of a ride, dude. It's awesome.
How does it look?
Really good. The thing that is... This is like junk food in a way, in a good way, in a bad way. It's $60.
Yeah, that's what's keeping me from getting it right now.
You're getting $10 an hour if you're and then you can sit around and look for collectibles and all that other stuff. But I mean, I would definitely say if you're a fan of Resident Evil, you have a little extra money right now because you're not going anywhere, spending it on things you would have already spent shit on, if you know what I mean. Going out to eat, stuff like that. And you're a fan of the series. And even if you're not, you're just like horror and it looks intriguing. You play like Marvel vs. Capcom or something like that, a fighting game, it had Nemesis in it. You're like, I know the character. Now is a good time to jump back in, just like I did. I can't wait to turn it back on. Matter of fact, as soon as I get off this podcast, and if I don't end up playing Warzone with Jake.
I was just going to say, you better play some Warzone with me first.
Then I want to play Resident Evil, especially at night, because the way my living room is situated, I get glare from the TV. Because there's windows and
yeah, I got that too.
And there's a radiator against that wall, and it would just make my living room so much tinier if I, made it the opposite. Plus, block a lot of natural light, which, yeah, it just. So playing that at night is definitely preferred. I tried to do it last night, but I didn't have it in me. I had a monster, dude, and I thought I was gonna die. I was just sitting there like, I need to do something. I need to do something. I'm like, what do I need to do? I don't know. What was that?
So are you telling me you never played the original?
No.
Back in the day?
I never got to play any Resident Evil until, I want to say, Resident Evil 4 was
my first
ones that I really Like, holy
That's
shit, that
crazy.
dude with the chainsaw. I've heard of Resident Evil, and I've like played and seen a little bit at a friend's house, but I don't know.
That's probably why you like it so much, because I heard there's a lot of content cut out of it, and I don't like that.
Yeah, like one thing I noticed at the very beginning, in the original, I've watched speed runs of it, of Resident Evil 3 prior to the release, just to kind of get a feel of what it's going to be like. And there's a scene where they go into a bar and they have an extended conversation. I can't remember, Jill and whatever the guy's name is, Carlos. And they kind of they rush through that. They rush through some of that stuff. So,
there's also a whole section of it in the clock tower that's not in the game. There was a whole section in the clock tower in the original game that was one of my favorite parts of the game.
Well,
and I heard that's not in it, so I don't know.
Unfortunately,
Why would they cut that out?
I don't know.
What probably happened is that they were pushing a release date.
Well, yeah, but that excuse is not valid for me. You're remaking a game, like remake the game. I don't care about your push or anything.
Games these days.
Well, I guess in correlation with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and not everybody's gonna love it. I don't know. I don't mean to be I just think we should be happy with us even seeing a remake like this.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't know that I want to pay $60 for it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't blame you, because it's going to hurt, because in 2 months it's going to be about 40 and then exponentially lower after that. Like, I just saw Resident Evil 2 for like $7. I'm just like...
Yeah, I might need that $60 to barter my way across a bridge here in a couple months or something. You never know.
Wow.
Or at least 30 of it anyway. I mean, like, I'll give you 30 because I need 30 for Resident Evil 3.
I am enjoying the challenge. I feel like hardcore for me is just right at that level where I have to think about every movement. I have to be articulate. It makes it more tense for me. Instead of everything, I'm having a ton of ammo. Even in playing in hardcore, I feel like I have sufficient enough ammo than I've ever felt playing a hardcore mode. Where I'm like, okay, like I had like 60 bullets plus another 30 and like 2 first aid sprays, and then like what do you call it? The herb mix or whatever. Yeah, a plant.
Herbs.
Yeah.
The green herbs.
And I'm just like, dude, I'm doing fine. And then something happens and you drain all that. And I don't know if it's kind of cheap, but if I've been playing it where you can kind of get from point to point, and each point is like its own little run that you have to remember where the zombies come from. And if I didn't do it right and I felt like I was wasting life, or if I got attacked, I would just reload my last checkpoint until I got like a good run where I didn't get hurt through that section. And if I felt really confident, I would just keep going until the next checkpoint after that. You are rated at the end of the game as to,
Yeah.
So...
Yep. Yeah, I'll try it out eventually, but...
I'm sorry, I'm ranting. I'm sorry, guys, but...
Okay, I'm going to wait for the sale.
Yeah, I mean, for most people, I definitely would, but at the same time, I can definitely see why you would want to pick it up if you're a fan of the series.
Well, Justin, what have you been playing, Justin?
Mostly been playing... Well, all I've been playing is Doom Eternal.
And
when I get a chance, I've been enjoying it, man.
I jump back.
Did you do?
Yep.
I just did that level where you ride like that tram into the big palace after the occult base. So I'm not that far into it, but yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
It's really good.
It's brutal, but it's fun.
Have you encountered any like slowdown or bugs or anything?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm just running on my old Xbox still.
Mm-hmm.
No X or anything, so...
Yeah, it's a fun game. I
want to try the other mode. Have you tried the other mode yet?
No.
Well,
I'll say
the multiplayer?
Is that what it is?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, go ahead.
It's 2 people are demons and 1 person's a Doom Slayer. And that's
basically it.
About that. Yep. So I'd like to try it at some point, but I had to take a break from it because it was messing up my aim in Warzone. So
Yeah, I know what you mean when you go
you
back.
can't just hip fire all the time. So
Nope. Yeah, I know. There's no zoom in that at all.
nope.
It's all alt fire.
That's what, like, the first 3 hours of Doom, it took me forever to quit hitting that freaking left trigger for my zoom.
Same.
No.
Same.
I still love that sticky grenade, though, on that shotgun. It's still the best.
Yeah, that thing's sweet. I was brutalizing a bunch of dudes today.
I think
with that.
that's like the most effective weapon
I
for me
think so,
personally.
Too. Yeah.
Like, it's just the most consistent.
The spoilers, you get the super shotgun just like in every game, but I didn't even use that much. I just stayed with the old combat shotgun for the majority of the game. Yeah, and then I used the chain gun a lot and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know. I didn't really use much more because that shotgun is like good when you're up close, and then when I have to take out weak points and stuff, it's perfect because just stick them on there and freaking blows off the weak points.
The
plasma rifle's pretty good.
I just killed the first Hell Priest and fought the 2 demons that you have to drain their energy with a pulse rifle.
Yeah, the tank guys.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm in the level after that. That's how far I am.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you're getting there. You got quite a while to go, though. It's a long game.
Good. I want it to be a long game. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm probably going to beat Resident Evil 3 before I beat Doom Eternal, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but...
Well, Doom Eternal's hard, man. It's hard. I would just have the luxury of being able to... Well, not the luxury. I was freaking self-quarantining for a couple weeks, but it gave me time to just grind on a game again. I probably wouldn't be done with it otherwise.
Daryl, you been playing any Animal Crossing?
Dude, a ton of it. I know I made that dorky meme on... that I put on the page or whatever. Rabbit. Yeah. That thing came on the screen and I swear it gave me chills. It's like a bunny named Zipper, and right now, everything you catch eggs so that you can craft like furniture and clothing and you name it. I don't want to do any of it, but it's a seasonal thing, kind of like Destiny, where it's like an Easter festival type thing. And I don't know if you've seen our friend Jake. He collected pretty much every egg thing Zipper could hand out.
That's not this Jake, by the way.
Or Chase.
There we go. I was going to say I was looking
at Jake. Yeah, he collected it all. I'm not digging the seasonal event. I'm glad that Betsy and I decided to purchase 2 separate Animal Crossings, like I said last week, but she's playing a lot more than me because I'm like distracted by everything that's going on. I am kind of working on some of my own producing, my music again, trying to gather that. Hoping to release something on YouTube soon. Yeah, look out for it. But Animal Crossing. Still having a great time. I planted so many fruit trees. My whole island is probably worth like 100,000 every 3 days if I went around and harvested everything. So, Justin, it looks like you're in a neck brace.
I can take this off.
I'll be leaving in a neck brace. No, you don't have to take it off.
Yeah, he should. It's got Green Bay fucking Packer stuff on it. He should take it off.
He's talking shit about Green Bay, Justin.
Oh, wow, that's new.
I know. All right, let's see here. All right, we got to talk about this. Maybe I was a little hasty on the whole corporate greed thing with The Last of Us 2. It just really seems like when they say it's indefinitely for economic reasons, what do they have to lose? People are sitting at home.
Yeah,
they're saying it's they can't get it released everywhere at the same time because of different regulations going on everywhere, and they want everybody to play it at the same time, so nobody gets it, so nobody has it like a week or a month ahead of time or something. But I think it's because they can't sell all the discs. There's
a lot of businesses being deemed non-essential these days, so maybe they.
I just don't understand why you can't just do it just release it digitally. I don't understand. More people will buy it, you would think, because everybody's sitting at home. And like you said, Dale, they got a little extra cash sitting around because they haven't been using gas or nothing.
Well, the one thing I can say for Sony is
they also don't have jobs though too.
They did donate $100 million to this whole thing, so it's like I don't know. It's tough. I'm just mad because I finally sunk my teeth in that I was gonna learn what the hell happened after the.
I still can't wait. I don't care when it comes out. I'm still gonna be super pumped.
Well, now I can officially say, for 100% certainty, it will be on the PlayStation 5 as an exclusive.
Well, it's going to be on the PlayStation 5 no matter what.
Well, I'm just saying now, regardless, that now people don't have to buy 2 copies.
You think it's going to be a launch game?
Yes. It's got to be. I mean...
You know what is weird? Like you said, they just have to buy 2 copies. Xbox is doing that thing where if you buy a copy, no matter what it is, it will upscale to whatever system you have. You don't have to buy multiple copies. Like if I had it, just a regular Xbox One copy of something, and I didn't have to buy the same thing specially for Xbox One X.
That makes sense because they should be able to do that. I mean, it's just a digital transfer. I mean, they should see that you already own it if you're putting a disc in.
I think Microsoft's killing it right now. I think everything is not going great for Sony, but whatever. It's still Sony. People are still going to buy it for their exclusives. That's for sure. If I could afford to have 2 systems, I would.
Hey, I want to let you guys know, too, Tabletop Simulator on Steam is only $10.
Interesting.
So
I might have to indulge on
Justin, we could play Boss Monster. No problem.
Bassmaster.
I mean, I could play it, too, on my Surface over here.
That's what I mean. It's only $10, and all the games that you can think of are free.
We should
play tabletop games.
We should play Pandemic.
We can. We absolutely can. But the only weird thing about Tabletop Simulator is that it's not automated. So you kind of have to know the rules and play the game like you naturally would on a tabletop.
Okay. So, that makes sense, I guess.
I would probably have a hard time being DM. I would probably have to bring my cousin Phil in, but we could all play a 4-on-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. I didn't know about that. I'll pick it up. I didn't know it was $10.
So shout out to everybody out there. If you're feeling like you're distant from friends and family, it's a great way to connect. It's kind of weird, but you can mess around with the table and I don't know. Just look up a trailer. I think I said.
Can you mess around on top of the table?
You can.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that real quick. Speaking of being away from everybody, let's start. I posted this the other day, but let's call this physical distancing and not social distancing. That's bad for everybody.
I actually agree with you on that. I like that term.
Keep in contact with everybody. You need it right now, especially. Trust me. I mean, I'm a loner. I'm a loner, Dottie, but still being a week away from everybody, not hearing from people. It's good to hear people's voices, and especially like this kind of thing with the computer, you can see each other's faces and stuff like that. It doesn't make it so weird. It's still weird, but it's not. I can still see my dickhead neighbor outside pounding on his house, but I don't see.
Even though I hate people a lot, I feel like sometimes I miss them lately. It's like, man, this is weird.
It's freaking strange, man. I know.
I wish I could.
But at the same time,
sentiment.
I don't want him to be.
It's like that scene in 28 Days Later when he's out in the middle of the highway and he's like, "Hello." There's nobody there.
M1A1 from the Gorillas.
Yeah. Ding 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 ding.
Right. Nope. You don't want to get sued.
Whatever. Come at me, bros.
What album was that?
That was their first one, I believe.
Was it or was it second? I can't remember.
I think it was the one with Clint Eastwood on it.
That is their first one.
Yes.
I'll have to find that out. That's a deep cut. That song.
Thank you. I don't know if that's the exact quote or sample from that movie. I can't remember.
Yeah, it sounds just like it though, because they're British.
I don't think it is from that movie, is it?
It might not be.
I don't know.
It's just
I think it's from some other sci-fi movie, but.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's see here. You guys are so high energy.
Well, just tired, man.
I know.
I'm just going to concentrate on running this video.
You're doing a good job.
And you don't know. You can't.
I have no idea. I really don't have any idea.
You know what I want during this crisis? I want a day where we can go get our fucking haircut.
Oh my God!
Real.
Please.
All
right, guys. What else have you been playing or watching?
I've been playing Warzone. I started watching Devs, Justin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How
I'm
many
like,
episodes did you watch?
I think I'm on the fourth one. I think
How many do they have right now? Is it 5?
it's either 5 or 6. Yeah, I think it's 5.
I don't know if I'm caught up either, so I might be right around where you're at.
I'm interested to what they're going, where they're working towards, but
You really want to start learning some stuff, though, right?
yeah, well,
Like what is going on? Like,
yeah,
what is
you know, they
the hell
have
about-
to build that stuff. You know, that's how that works with these TV shows, especially if they want to keep it around. They got to build all the characters and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to know what that guy saw in the code right away. That's what I want to know.
It's a very weird concept. It's definitely Alex Garland for sure.
Oh yeah,
But,
100%.
Is it worth it? Is it worth to check it out?
I don't know.
It's entertaining. Yeah, I haven't watched the end of it, but it's entertaining as hell. Ozark is really good too. Keep up with that.
That's what I was
Just-
wanting to talk
I'm
to you
getting
about.
tired of Jason Bateman.
Get out
Oh
of
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
He
just
plays
get
the
out of
same
here. You don't have
character in
the
every
screen right
single
now.
movie and show.
I don't have the screen right now.
But he's not though in Ozark. It's different. It's I don't know how to put it. Like he does have it, little glimpses of that smarminess every once in a while, but it's not the same. It's very much more
If you hear that,
serious
my
character.
cat is eating.
I did hear that.
Hey, it's all right.
Justin, so what were you going to ask me about or talk to me about?
That's what I was going to talk to you about. It's Ozark. We've been watching. Me and Lori have been watching that. We haven't finished it. We're,
Okay, me either.
We're like halfway, I think, though.
Yeah, I'm either halfway or a little bit more than halfway. Yeah,
It's
good,
really good. I didn't like that young girl with the curly hair at first.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's a really good actress.
yeah, she's really good. She just always is pouting though. She's always like all the
That's
time.
true.
She has the same face, but yeah, it's
Aubrey
a great
Plaza.
show, man.
Everybody's good. Laura Linney's amazing in that. I mean, Jason Bateman's good, but Daryl's right. He kind of does have the same delivery every time. But yeah, everybody's just super. I'm digging it, man.
All the side characters, everybody, they're all good. I just love that show. It's Breaking Bad, but with money laundering. That's in my book.
Yeah, kind of. It's got that same like just tension building where it's by the end of the episode, just like I'm done.
I know.
Done.
It's like, oh my god, every freaking end of an episode, like, oh shit, they're caught now, and then the next episode, you're like, oh, it's not so bad.
Yeah, somehow Marty gets his Weasley ass out of it.
Yeah, well, he's smart. That's why they hired him, I guess. But yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, that's about all I've been watching is Ozark.
I actually watched a classic recently for the first time on HBO. Big Trouble in Little China.
Good movie.
Never seen it before. I had no idea what I started. I'm like, I know that this movie is like pretty like well known and liked.
Wait, you've never seen Big Trouble in
Nope,
Little China
not
before?
until last week.
Man.
You know,
What'd you think?
I really liked it. Some of the jokes and stuff probably didn't hold up so well, but it reminded me of Mortal Kombat. It was completely self-aware.
Yes.
Well, that's
what you
where
mean.
that's where the idea for Raiden came from.
Oh, the lightning. Yeah.
Mhm.
I could totally see it. I'm like, is this... I didn't know if what was ripping off what. At whatever point.
I think they designed Raiden after that movie because one of the developers liked that movie or something. I remember reading something about it. I could be wrong.
Well, yeah, that movie came out well before.
Yeah, it was
Mortal
early
Kombat
80s,
was
wasn't it?
coming
80,
out. Yeah, it was
82
5
or
years
something,
before.
84.
Was it?
Good
I have no
movie,
idea.
though.
It reminded
Good
me
movie.
of like Indiana Jones meets Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I remember it freaking me out a little bit when I was younger because the old guy, the old evil, powerful dude.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, but it was,
That part where like
Yeah.
his nails come out, like
yes. Yeah. No, that guy freaked me out. Then when that guy blew up, too, that was kind of disturbing.
I know we always talk about RoboCop, but I rewatched that too. I just love that movie, man.
That movie's great.
Other than that, I really haven't been watching a ton. I've been kind of like dipping my toe back into comfort food where I'm just like, I sat down, I want to eat something, but I don't want to like browse forever. I just like throw on a episode of Parks and Rec or The Office.
Yep,
I'll just
I know
like
what you
go to a
mean.
random season and just be like, whatever. Just watch an episode or like half an episode. Whatever.
No, that's always good for that. That's for
I've
sure.
been spending a lot of vinyl. Been having really good time with that. Just sitting around doing nothing. I've kind of been able to order some more online, so I'm excited to get that. It's like the only thing I'm like super looking forward to right now, other than the release of Final Fantasy VII, which is next week. So I'm hoping to make it through Resident Evil 3 and get back to Doom Eternal while still playing Animal Crossing every single day. And then next week is Final Fantasy 7, and then add that to the rotation. So
plus work.
Oh yeah.
You haven't been having fun playing Warzone with me? I've pretty much played it every freaking night.
Oh yeah, and I've been playing with my cousin Phil as well. I have fun. You know, like, even when I started up Resident Evil today for the first time, I'm just like, well, I'll play Resident Evil unless somebody wants to play Warzone. I'm just thirsty for that chicken dinner, and I still haven't been able to see.
Oh, dude, chicken sounds so good right now.
Well,
Daryl, we were so close, man. We were so close that game.
He told me to armor up, and I should have just waited.
You'll get it, and it's the same for me. Like, even when I'm like tired and I think I'm gonna go to bed and I don't really want a game, somebody would be like, "Play Warzone." Like she'll text me or something. Are you up? And I'm like, "Ah, shit." So I turn on my Xbox, and I still end up playing 2-3 rounds. It's one of those games it's long enough usually that you can play a round or two, and you burn up like 45 minutes, and it's fun. Especially if we're running around. Like, your cousin's pretty fun to play with. It's pretty awesome. He's a vehicle master.
Oh yeah, I know. Very chill. Shout out to my cousin Phil. I'm trying to get him on the show. He's a little nervous to be on. I said, whatever. We make butt heads out of ourselves every single week. So
he's a chatty Cathy when we're playing.
I know. He's just a little nervous. That's all right.
So is Matt, and then he gets on here and he has nothing.
Just say Crunchyroll. And Matt will be like,
no. He'll be like, well. Crunchyroll is a.
I'm glad you asked that question.
Anime station that's very good.
He reminded me of the public radio announcer from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, it's NPR all the way, dude, all the way. But it's probably because it's the only radio he's ever heard.
Dad.
Yeah, Dad.
Hey, Daryl and Jake.
What?
Yes.
We should get the elephant out of the room. Actually, I mean the tiger. Have you seen Tiger King?
I have not, and I won't.
That's a stupid stance.
It's my stance. So.
Why are you against it? No, I got to hear now.
What?
Why are you against it?
I'm not against it. I just don't have any interest in it. I've seen clips of it. It's like, okay, it's a reality show with a bunch of wacky fucking people. I heard the basis of what's going on and stuff like that. It's just, isn't one guy in jail now or something?
Yep.
No, don't tell him. He doesn't get to find out.
I saw reports that he's in prison or something. He got coronavirus in prison.
Yeah, I was about to say, he got coronavirus on Thursday.
Oh my God.
Weinstein had him bent over in prison apparently or something.
What, Daryl? What are you? Oh my godding!
I didn't know that poor guy got coronavirus. My God.
Yeah, Joe Exotic got coronavirus.
It just reminds me of Trailer Park Boys in real life.
Is it really that poor guy thing?
For me personally, I think so. I feel bad for him. I feel like he got set up a little bit.
I feel a little bad for him, but at the same time, I'm sure he's done something.
But not really.
Yeah. I mean, he bred tiger cubs and treated them like shit. So
Well, I mean, you want to get in the argument of animal versus human life there. We need to talk about that. But
I'm not talking about a human life. I'm just talking about.
Well, if he gets the Rona and dies, it's not like. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I know people get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Interesting psychological piece on humans. It's a subculture of people that I never knew existed, and they all seem like they're psychos.
They all seem like people I knew up north. I knew a lot of people that looked like and sounded like that up north all the time.
What do you mean? What do you mean up north?
Well, when I lived up in it's not up north anymore because it's so close to the city, but when I was up in the boondocks, I won't mention the town because I don't want to belittle it because there's some of my friends that are from there, but
they probably belittle it too.
There was a little hickishness going on up there and a little weirdness going around. There was a guy actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's really weird. He had a freaking cougar, not a lady, but like an actual cougar. He had like a log-looking house. When I was a garbage man, went by his house and he had this huge.
Oh, hey, honey.
Yeah, he had this huge cage and stuff out behind his house, and he had an actual cougar, this giant fucking cat that lived out there.
How you doing?
That's absolutely insane.
I know.
Why?
I know.
You just want to die?
I don't even understand the appeal of wanting to have something like that.
What are you, Tony Montana? Like, seriously? Do you
Yeah,
what are you, Mike?
Montana.
What are you, Mike Tyson over here?
Yeah.
It's probably to feed people to him. I think that damn Carol Baskins or whatever her name is, she definitely killed her husband. In my opinion.
You didn't watch the show.
You need to watch it, dude.
No, but I was watching Joe Rogan and he was talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. The guy's worth like $1 billion and freaking all of a sudden he just disappears and she owns a bunch of tigers. Like he probably, you know.
Apparently, he had insomnia or dementia in a plane.
Yeah, what?
He had like she claimed that he was like becoming like he had dementia and flew his plane over the Gulf and then like crashed his plane in the Gulf. That's what.
Yeah, well, there'd be radar evidence and like flight plans and stuff. Wouldn't there?
No, she specifically said that he liked to fly like a specific pattern that showed up below radar or something. Am I right there?
Of course he did. Yeah. And her tigers only eat rabbits.
They planted a van at the airport with the keys in it. If you're trying to go missing, do you think you'd leave your keys in the van at the airport?
Well, I mean, was it a rental van? I'd probably leave my keys in there. That would be just like fucking. I wouldn't. There would be fingerprints in there or something. You would think, but whatever.
It's 7 episodes long. It's 40 minutes long. It's a hell of a ride. It is definitely a hell of a ride.
I resisted, and then I was sick of hearing people talk about it. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it, and we just binged it.
I just don't want to make those kind of people famous if they're kind of scumbags and shit like that. I don't buy into that stuff.
I guess it's not making them famous. You're just exposing them for what they are.
Everybody's laughing at them anyway. But they are literally like a bunch of garbage people. There's not one person on that show who has a good soul in them. They're all trash.
It's literally like watching Trailer Park Boys.
It really is. I didn't think about that.
It's straight up the same thing.
But in real life.
Dude, I have no desire to ever go to Oklahoma anymore. I'm like, no, I'll pass.
Nah, I'm good, son.
Dude, when I went through Virginia, and no disrespect, but Virginia and North Carolina was like a little eye opening when we were driving through there. That's for sure. Super friendly people, but holy jeez, you know.
They live a different way.
Shout out.
Yep. Well, they live off like, you know, it's kind of an off the grid kind of couple states there, man. It's weird. They live way out by themselves and stuff. It's strange. Little tiny towns that are like 8 houses, you know. It's weird. Like 8 houses and a truck stop, and then freaking nothing for like 25 miles. Beautiful country though out there, man. Those trees and stuff. Holy man, that was an awesome trip. And the hurricane, that was the best part.
That's right.
Sorry,
are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just messing with some audio. I'm sorry. Let's see.
You want to take a break?
Yeah, why don't we take a little break? Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Like right now?
Yep.
Like right, yeah?
And we're back, guys. How you doing?
Good.
I'm good now.
Feeling good. It was a good break. Here we go.
That's exactly what I said.
Man, I gotta turn the brightness down on this thing, I think, maybe.
I can actually see your face now.
Yeah, I decided to turn the lights on. So, here we go.
I did, Jake, but yeah, you did too. I can see both of you guys now.
You couldn't see me before?
It was a little bit darker. You had the glare behind you.
I'm just going to turn this down just a little bit. There we go.
Right,
how's that?
Is
that
We're
okay?
going to start out with your favorite game. Is the back of the box.
It's the back of the box there.
It was so terrible.
Oh, yeah. So we all have one this week?
Yes. I would like to start.
Is this I think this might be my first one.
Welcome to your debut,
so.
Back of the Box.
That's what she said.
This game released on the NES in 1987. Far away in a kingdom called Angel Land, the evil goddess Medusa has stolen the three sacred treasures and imprisoned the goddess of light. Oh my god. Palutena as blank blank. Your mission is to find the treasures, destroy Medusa, and rescue Palutena from the depths of the palace in the sky. To find the treasures, you'll have to travel through ruins, collect weapons, and storing power for use in combat against creatures of Medusa's army. Use your bow and arrow to ward off gatekeepers of the underworld, overworld, and skyworld as you strive towards your battle against Medusa. Will you survive to restore Palutena's light and return to Angel Land? Only you know. 2-player alternating game for use with a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
Final questions.
So it's multiplayer alternating back and forth. Bow and arrow is huge. Medusa obviously is the main protagonist.
It sounds like Palutena is like the land that it came from. That it's like based in. He said Palutena like twice, and I think it's like the world.
And it was on
that it's in.
Daryl. You said it was on NES, not SNES, right?
Original Nintendo.
Did you give us a year in the beginning?
1987.
Bow and arrow. Bow and arrow. Why would they make such a big deal? What's the big deal about bow and arrow? Is it a side-scrolling game?
Yes.
He said something about like angels and stuff too.
Yeah. Well, if it was Super Nintendo, I was going to say ActRaiser, but it's not Super Nintendo, and that had a bow, but it didn't. That wasn't your primary thing. Bow is a big deal. Medusa.
My only two things, I don't know where I'm getting this because I didn't have a Nintendo. I don't know if they're right, but this is just like a vibe that I'm getting from the universe. Could it all be Ghosts and Goblins or Kid Icarus?
It could be Kid Icarus. That's what I was thinking too. That's a good one. But it was Medusa. Yeah. Do you fly in this game, Daryl?
Yes.
It might be.
I don't know anything about it. I just know it has like angel stuff in it, and there's like flying. Yeah.
Was there a 3D sequel to this game on the 3DS? Or like in the family? It doesn't have to be a direct sequel, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Is this Kid Icarus?
You guys got it, man. I thought that was going to be a
Good
tough
job,
one.
Justin. Well, that's the first thing I thought, but I couldn't remember if Medusa was the big baddie. Oh, he's got it. Look at that.
It's Cammy.
That's Cammy from Street Fighter, though.
Yeah, she's so hot, man, in that game. I was in love with her when I was a kid.
That's really weird, Jake.
Well, she was. I'm sorry. What do you want from me?
Yeah. The cat is just staring at me right now.
Get him over here.
Should I?
Yeah, go get him. Let me see that cat. Show me your cat. Here's the setup.
This is what I have to deal with, folks. Are you next? Are you next, Justin?
I'm next. I have no idea where I got that. I'm like, I don't know. Those are two games that I'm thinking of. But I'm glad I just Daryl'd it out of thin air.
Well, it couldn't have been Ghosts and Goblins because his primary weapon was that lance, wasn't it? Throw that javelin thing.
That's right.
Oh, there's Belly.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. God. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Oh my god, his eyes are so evil looking.
They're always evil. That cat's possessed, man. His Pet Cemetery.
Belinda!
So funny that Daryl just fucks with that cat.
Sure hope this video turns out.
It looks good. But then again, I'm saying it.
Cool.
Oh, wait, we aren't recording.
What?
I'm joking.
Oh no!
I did that for Jake.
All right. Who's next?
Oh,
Step on
wait,
up.
Justin. High five. Good job. All right, enough. Get your hands out of my face. 6 feet, man.
I'm like 6 miles from you.
No, you're not. And you're like 4 miles from me.
All right, who's next? Let's go.
I am. The special effects are astounding, says Joel Siegel of Good Morning America. From the bridge of the Fleet Battle Station Ticonderoga, with its sweeping galactic views, to the desolate terrain of planet Clendathu, teeming with shrieking, fire-spitting, brain-sucking special effect creatures, acclaimed director Blank crafts a dazzling epic based on Robert A. Heinlein's classic sci-fi adventure. A bunch of names I will not read to you, star. As the courageous soldiers who travel to the distant and desolate...
Oh, I know what this is. This is. Was this well, of course it was rated. Was this a sci-fi movie?
I said it was, but sure.
Okay. Well, I already know what it is. Daryl, do you know what I'm thinking?
No. Go
Is
ahead.
it Starship Troopers?
Yes, you are correct, Jake. That is the title of the movie.
Yes. I love that movie.
It's a good flick. It's a fun popcorn movie.
It's very
That movie is
pleasure,
very
for sure.
off-putting.
It is, but it's very underrated too. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. The first time I saw it in the theater, it was pretty epic. Because I was not expecting. I was expecting rated R, but not not like that.
Oh, I liked that movie when I was a preteen. That was a good one.
A preteen.
Well, I don't know.
So are you a post-teen now?
What? No, not anymore. Yeah, I was 12 when this movie came out.
When did it come out?
That's crazy.
97.
Really? God dang,
9.
man! I was 20. I was 20.
Old asses.
I don't know when this movie came out. Where does it say it on the back of the box here?
On the back of the box. Usually at the bottom in all the fine print by the copyrights and.
Oh, okay. 1974. Filmmaker, star, and paddleball whiz Blank goes way out west and way out of his mind with a spiffy spoof set in an 1874 Old West, where nonstop fun blasts prejudices to high comedy heavens. All these people star in the number 6 choice among the American Film Institute's top 100.
Is Gene Wilder in this movie?
Yes.
Is this a Western movie?
I said the Old West.
Is this a comedic Western movie?
Yeah.
Is this movie racist?
Well, that's a tricky question. Is it, or?
Did Mel Brooks direct this movie?
Yes.
Did someone get a golden ticket?
I think so. No.
What?
Golden
What?
ticket? What?
Is it Blazing Saddles?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job. We kind of killed it that time.
I know. That went really quick. Jake?
Yes, sir.
This week in 20 questions
doing the stuff that we love.
Wow.
Oh boy. 20 years ago on the Dreamcast, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
Oh, Pod Racer.
Oh.
I had that on N64.
No, I think different. This was a different racing game, but it was technically the kind of the same thing, but it wasn't Pod Race because that was on Nintendo 64. This was on Dreamcast.
You're right.
Armored Core 3, 18 years ago. No, nothing.
Armored Core. I'm trying. Oh, that's a From Software game, isn't it?
I know, right? Isn't that weird? So weird.
What
Persona
website?
Persona 5 is 3 years old already.
Oh yeah, that just came out with a new expansion.
Apparently.
Yeah, Persona 5 Golden or Royal?
Persona.
Persona?
Persona.
Persona?
There's a ton of good games that came out around this time. 30 years ago, originally on the TurboGrafx 16, I remember that. Splatterhouse.
Good.
I remember being a kid and my buddy was like, there's a game where you play as Jason. I'm like, nah.
And then he played it and you're like, uh-huh.
No, I never got to. He's like, yeah, it's like super violent. And you go into this house and you play as Jason and you like kill all these demons. I'm just like, you're making shit up.
No, my mom told me, that gives me nightmare.
Exactly.
I think that was the game that my dad drew the line on. He saw Mortal Kombat and then he saw Splatterhouse and he's like, yeah, no, you're not. That's not happening. You got to bring that back.
The writing was more messed up than anything.
Yeah, the game was messed up.
Yeah, just the content of it and just the story.
15 years ago on the Xbox, Doom 3.
Wow, wait, what?
15?
Yep.
Wow.
Dude, that was like one of my favorite games.
Really? 15?
That was 15.
No, that just blew my mind right there thinking about that because I remember playing that for the first time on my laptop. Ugh.
Getting old, bros.
Let's see. We'll do a couple more and then we'll do your question.
I like question.
How about feel old again? 15 years ago on the PlayStation 2, Lego Star Wars. It was 15 years ago.
I never played that one.
Oh, it was great. All of those
I'm more
are good.
upset with Doom 3. Doom 3 was like one of the only games that I actually broke my controller to. Like an idiot.
Really?
I got frustrated and just kind of like, fuck. Just like real quick, like, fuck.
Doom 2016 was the one that got me. Doom 3 I thought was easier. It was more of a regular corridor shooter. It wasn't so...
Yeah, agreed. It was. There's nothing like these ones are now.
7 years ago on the PlayStation 3, Ninja Gaiden 3. We'll do one more.
I wanted to mess with those games, but I knew that they were so hard. I didn't want to spend $60 on it.
They're stupid hard.
Nope.
Ninja Gaiden Black is just ridiculous. If you think like, well, it's basically that times Sekiro or Neo. That's basically how that was.
My cousin's like, "Did you get Neo too?" I'm like, "No,
No.
no."
One Neo was enough.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, 6 years ago, Super Hot came to the PC.
Super
hot.
That's 6 years old.
Hot.
6 years old.
I love Super Hot.
Oh shit, Goat Simulator is 6 years old too.
Goat Stimulator.
If that's what you want to hear, Justin, sure.
That's what it
That's
sounded
a weird.
like.
That's a weird Grand Theft Auto mod. Go like goat coffee, goat milk,
Hot goat milk.
hot goat milk.
Man.
This one's gonna get banned. It's banned for sure.
It's banned in Sweden and Germany for sure. And then we'll hear about like it getting edited here.
Demonetized, I'm sure.
Final Fantasy 3 26 years ago.
That's confusing. Which 3 is it? The one that the 3 that
The third three.
the 6.
Yeah, 3 plus 2.1, like
I know
freaking.
like 3. There's I don't know. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try to sound like I know what I'm talking about as far as Final Fantasy early games because I never really played them. But I think Final Fantasy 3 in the States was like 6 or vice versa in Japan. Something weird like that.
Well, okay, so it was a Japan one, so it might have been Final Fantasy 6 here or whatever the hell.
Vice versa. We're not.
I forgot Justin's favorite game 17 years ago on the Game Boy Advance, Disney Princess. As he's yawning on camera. You know, normally people can't see you do that, but...
That's what I think of Disney Princess. I don't know that
Yeah.
Let's see,
Never
where did
heard of
I
Never
lost
heard of
the
it.
game.
Never met it in my entire life.
I lost the Game Boys. Shit, where is it?
You lost Game Boys?
Yep.
You should sell them to me instead.
I wouldn't sell you a Game Boy if my life depended on it. I would sell you I have a PSP, brand new, pretty much.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay,
Don't do it.
19 years ago. This
Is that
game
it?
was 19 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Where was the date here? 2001, April 3rd. So, yesterday in 2001.
Daryl?
Was this on PlayStation 2?
No.
Go ahead.
I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me, so I can't really tell.
You
Are there
didn't
sequels
send-
to this? Are there sequels to this game?
I don't believe so.
Is this an Xbox exclusive?
No.
Fuck. We burned it up. It's got to be Nintendo. It's got to be Nintendo then.
Is there multiplayer in this game?
Yes.
Is this game third person?
Like traditional third person behind. No.
Are there vehicles in this game?
No.
You play as
Setting?
a,
Yeah, go ahead.
you play as a human in this game? Are you a human being when
Sure.
you play in this game?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
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 Yep. That's 6.
Is this a first-person game?
No.
Multiplayer 2D. It's got to be. 2001? Go ahead, Justin.
I don't know, man. I'm struggling to figure out what game this is.
It's a multiplayer game. Is this on Nintendo?
It may have been. What I'm looking at
What
here,
the
they
hell
said,
else?
what's this?
So which game system would that or console would that been?
Maybe it's on PC.
To be clear, you asked PlayStation 2 earlier.
So maybe it's on PlayStation 1.
Is this a fighting game?
Yes.
Are you thinking of something, Daryl?
Yeah. It's tough to distinguish a lot of the fighting games back in those days.
Do you want to tell me what you're thinking it is?
Bloody Roar. Could be Tekken. One of the Tekkens. Oh, there wasn't a sequel. It's a fighting game, too.
Yeah, there's sequels to both of those, I believe. Yeah, I know there was.
Well, yeah, Tekken has like 13, don't they, Daryl?
Well, yeah, and I know there's at least 2 Bloody Roars, mostly.
Plus, Daryl did Bloody Roar before, so I went to
Oh,
copy.
that is true. Boy, oh boy. This one's
Oh,
really
yeah, that's
tough.
right. We figured that one out. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember seeing
Ground.
the cover, and you came up with the name. Like, shit, you got it.
What's a fighting game, Justin? 2001.
I don't know. Was it more like a boxing game or
Ooh, that's a good
a
take.
brawling game?
That's a really good take. I don't think there was any. Oh, maybe there was. Ready to Rumble. Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, but there's at least 2 of those, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right about
Those
that.
I played the hell out of those, man.
What's a fighting game? Oh, are there licensed characters in this game?
Yes, that's 10.
Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't know. 2?
Slow down.
It's gotta be. You can ask. Try to narrow down what kind of fighters are in this said game.
Can you play as Marvel characters in this game?
No.
That was a really good guess, Daryl, but damn.
2001. What was popular? Think. Oh, no. Killer Instinct? Do they have anything around that time?
No, I feel like it's too late for that. That was like a 90s thing.
Yeah, because Killer Instinct 64 was a thing. And I don't think they had anything after that. Fighting. Do you fight enemies in this game? Not like, I'm talking about like AI enemies instead of like one-on-one.
I mean, you can. Some multi,
What are you thinking, man?
Well, I'm thinking maybe it's just not a one-on-one fighting game. Maybe it's like Fighting Force, which is a game
like
where
a
you
beat 'em
run
up?
around, more of a beat 'em up. But is it a side scroller?
kind of, yeah. Like, it's hard to describe it. Side to side, yes.
So it's side, but it doesn't scroll.
I mean, I'm assuming there's some scrolling in there, but move side to side, yes.
Sounds like a typical fighter to me.
Wow.
Here on number 12.
Dead air is staggering. This is the toughest part of the whole show. Just trying to figure out what Jake has under his hat. Up his sleeve.
Oh, I didn't see you had Chun-Li. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I've got a couple more, too, in the other room I just didn't bring out.
Cammy, that's awesome. I've never seen that one. I would have bought that.
Does this have Street Fighter characters?
No.
Oof. That's a good guess, too.
13.
I'm just running a blank, man. There were no sequels to this game, did you say earlier?
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
That's odd.
It's very odd. It's not first person. It's not third person. It is a fighting game. What? There's even sequels to Clay Fighters, for God's sake.
Yeah, right?
Like, especially in 2001. Does this have Star Wars characters in it?
No.
Ah! I don't even know the name of that game, but I know that there's a fighting game with Star Wars characters.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars Jedi something.
Yeah.
Not
Is
Jedi.
this game based off of like a licensed franchise?
Yeah. That's 15.
It's based off a licensed franchise.
Okay.
Dragon Ball? Is this
Well,
game based off an anime?
Off anime?
Yeah.
No. No.
What's that mean?
It's not based off Japanese anime, no.
Okay, so it's something sort of animation, Daryl.
Interesting.
Like Disney or...
No. Not Disney.
I know,
Maybe.
I'm just... Warner Brothers,
What's
maybe.
a weird fighter? Oh, Warner Brothers. Injustice. No, that wasn't. That's
No.
way too early for that.
Yeah,
Oh my
just a little
God.
bit. Like 15 years.
Oh my God. Oh, is this a horror game?
No.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Daryl.
Bio Freaks.
I don't know what that means. Never heard of that game.
It's an old, hyper-violent.
Jake, how many
fighting
are we at?
You're at 17, I believe.
Oof. Daryl, it's time for your brain to kick in and figure it out all of a sudden.
It's warming up. It's definitely getting there. I just can't think. Was this game in the arcade?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it was.
I'm trying to like think back when I was a kid, walking around the arcades, looking at the fighting games, and trying to think of something that didn't have a number on the end of it. It was definitely a standalone thing. It was
I think it was in the arcades, but I don't get me hung up on that. Don't get just hung up on that.
Oh, King of Monsters? No.
I'm trying to figure out what license it's based off of.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what's crucial about this. Extremely crucial. What license would make a good fighting game that was
Wait a
not
minute.
an anime? What
Wait
do you
a
got?
minute. Oh, I think there's a sequel to that though.
What do you got? Talk to me, Johnny.
Def Jam. I was thinking of Def Jam Vendetta.
That didn't come out until at least 2004 or 5.
You sure?
I'm positive.
And I'm pretty sure there was at least 2 of those.
Frick. What the frick, Rick?
The frick, Rick.
God, frick off, Julian. God.
Frig off.
We're at 18, right?
Unless you have one more.
Damn it, I
and then
thought that
you
was a good guess. Damn.
Fighting.
Man, dude. This is a tough one. I feel like we're going to know it, though.
Well, it was not Smash Brothers. Or
No.
No. Because I asked if it was Nintendo related.
You did.
And Smash Brothers obviously has a ton of sequels. Standalone. Daryl. The Cosmic Force. This is unbelievable.
This is a tough one.
This is
I
like
like watching the smoke come out of Daryl's ears.
literally for real. Is this a sci-fi game?
No. Gotta guess it now.
We do? I thought we had
I
one
think I
more.
got you guys stumped like 3 weeks in a row.
I thought I had one more guess on the
Yeah, I thought so, too.
because
No,
we're at
you
18.
were on 18. That was 19.
Okay.
But I'll give you one more if you want.
I don't think it's going to help.
If there's a dispute here, I'm not going to argue. We're in tough times now. I got to get along,
Is it a wrestling game?
It is.
Is it ECW Backyard Wrestling? Fuck. What is it?
I'm going to read the description here.
Go ahead.
It's a good old-fashioned, no-holds-barred brouhaha. Blank brouhaha. Get ready for squishy throwing, tendon twisting, duff cloud burping action as all your favorite characters battle through the Springfield circuit to win the ultimate title.
Simpsons Wrestling.
Oh, Springfield, yes.
That game sucked.
Simpsons Wrestling. 19 characters to choose from, though.
I remember playing that. Yeah, absolutely. I
Solid
forgot about
choice.
that.
I'm not a
was
big
that the
Simpsons
arcade?
guy.
That wasn't the
I
arcade, right?
don't think so.
There was what Simpsons game was in the arcade?
That was
2D
just The
side
Simpsons.
scroller.
Was it? Okay, just the Simpsons. Wah wah. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
So sorry,
Road Rash.
guy.
Simpsons Road Rash is where it's at. That was a good one. That was like the Crazy Taxi GTA one. That one was the bomb.
I don't think I ever
That's-
played that.
I think that was a couple years after.
You know what I loved on PlayStation? Speaking of PlayStation, driving like Crazy Taxi was that Die Hard frickin' trilogy game, and it was the
Oh
Die
hell
Hard-
yeah,
Die Hard
yeah.
Ven- with a Vengeance or whatever, where you had to get to that taxi to certain areas before the bombs blew up,
Yep.
and then the airport
first
scene was
one
the
was like
first.
a side. It was like a light rail gun kind of
Yep.
shooter.
In the
Is that
airport.
for-
That was 2.
Yeah, that's right. That was 2.
I think the first one was like a beat 'em up, like a Double Dragon style, wasn't it, or something like that? It was like
I'd
a
have
side kind of. I can't remember.
I'd have to look it up. I can't remember, but yeah, I do remember that game. It was awesome.
I didn't have a light gun either, and I beat that whole thing over and over in the airport with just my controller.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think I ever played with a light gun. I know you could till you just said that.
No, I don't think maybe you couldn't either. I don't remember. Actually, I think you could. I think that was.
You should be able to. I feel like you should.
I remember beating Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the arcade game, on my Super Nintendo with just a controller with my cousin.
Oh yeah.
Took everything we had to beat that game. I'll never forget it. We couldn't beat it in the arcades. We played it in the arcades all the time because it was so sick. And then I got on the Super Nintendo and we could not beat it. And finally one night, got to the Liquid Metal guy and somebody shot that grenade launcher icon out of the sky and frickin' that was the end of that.
Oh,
Credits.
That's such a good one.
I think that's the first time I ever said. Oh yeah.
Easily one of the best arcades.
I think that's the first time I ever said credits.
I got some comments we had on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, Tyler W says awesome content. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that very much. We're trying.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Eric said social cyber distancing on the last week's episode. I guess for our format now.
Yeah, I guess we are. Yeah.
We got to shout out Andrew. He's got 2 comments. First one was 25 views in less than 24 hours. Highest I've noticed on one day of airing. I told a couple people to check you out. You're welcome. Appreciate the content, boys, and we appreciate you, Andrew. Seriously, it's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I know you
love questions,
and
sometimes we roll into this a little bit lower energy because we're just regular people, just like you. But we do this because we love it, and I don't think we're ever going to stop. Hopefully,
okay. Can't stop, won't stop.
We're on 93. We're having maybe episode 100. I should just have like a ton of people on. Like we should just get as many people on as we can possibly get on.
Just get our regulars. Any regular that wants to be on, you can come on with us.
Just call us. You can join the Google
Hangout.
Hangout. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I like that idea. If anybody's thinking about it.
Do you guys get dinged? D-I-N dinged for comments on any video? ? Because I just listened to 20 questions and I love how Jake still didn't understand license back then. LOL.
Who said that?
Andrew.
Well, there was a long argument about that whole thing, but
there still is.
I don't know why.
I don't think so. I think I got it now.
I'm just saying there still definitely is. We just want to thank you guys.
We just had a license question right now, and I had that right?
Yeah,
yes, the Simpsons
that is true.
License.
There we go.
I hope you're staying safe out there. I know the CDC says to wear masks, shit like that. It's like, man, whatever.
Crazy times. Be safe, everybody. You guys too. Stay healthy.
Wash your damn hands.
It's 10 o'clock.
It is 10 o'clock.
It
is time for bad.
Sounds good to me.
Let's see. Went through emails. Anybody got a secret question?
What was your favorite pandemic?
What?
Ooh,
See you later, everybody. Have a good night.
No. I like this question. It's a good history science question.
Well, I don't seriously think you should take that seriously.
Do you think asteroid is a pandemic?
No.
Did you see, Justin, fellow space lover? Did you see that there was that new rock in our orbit? Did you see that? It was I think 3 months ago or something. I heard about it. It was about they call it our second moon, but it's just this chunk.
No, I don't think I did hear about that.
Came into our orbit, and then all of a sudden the coronavirus happened. Look it up.
Came from space. Isn't that like Night of the Creeps or something where it came from
the slugs in their mouths?
Oh yeah, that's right. There was one where it was it was an alien virus that came from
I think it came from space, isn't it? Or is that the original thing?
Thing from another world?
There we go.
War of the Worlds?
I can't remember.
But no, look up that rock. It's pretty interesting. It's weird. It just showed up and slung into our orbit, and it's flying around Earth. It's weird.
They're here.
Crazy Eddie on Joe Rogan's podcast. Look into it, boys.
Daryl.
Yes.
I don't know.
Ready to wrap it up.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Well,
Thanks for sticking with us. We want to hear from you, Cyberbots. You can email us at cyberlunch1@outlook.com or contact us via our Facebook page at Cyberlunch. We're looking forward to seeing you again next week for another lunchroom discussion. Join that Patreon. We don't do Patreon. We ain't trying to
Send
make
us
money.
straight cash, pal.
If anybody
save
paid
your
for the
money.
show, I seriously would feel bad. I feel like we owe interest.
Save your money for the bills,
Yeah,
folks. It's
for
not that
real.
important. Just stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching. Or listening, because this video probably ain't going to work.
Maybe, yeah. Lots of dead air then, so thanks for... It's like, did my speakers break? Did something happen?
I don't know. It's just also new, Daryl.
Yeah, we're getting used to it.
Like a virgin.
Alright, boys. Stay safe.
Hey!
This is Cyber Lunch, and we're out.